Welcome back to Trader UK, Adam here. GGPI Gores Guggenheim, another SPAC has just popped up on my radar after it was reported that GGPI are in discussions to take EV manufacturer Polestar public at a valuation of around $25 billion. So in today's video, I'm going to take a very quick look at who are Gores Guggenheim, who are Polestar, and why I'm paying very close attention to this potential merger. Firstly, who are Gores Guggenheim? Well, the Gores Group are known for acquiring upcoming and growing businesses. Alec Gores is the founder and chief executive, and he's going to be the chairman of this new vehicle, Gores Guggenheim. Then the other half of this partnership are Guggenheim Capital, an asset management company who has appointed Andrew Rosenfield as president and director. Now, is this really important? Not so much. All we need to know is that they have a lot of money behind them and they've been responsible for 12 or 13 SPACs. You might recognize Matterport or United Wholesale Mortgage as a couple of their successful mergers. So they're pretty experienced in this type of business transaction, which I think is actually pretty important when considering investing in a SPAC recently, as the market has been a little bit flooded and they haven't always delivered what investors were expecting. And what about the target company Polestar? So this is an established EV manufacturer. Key word here, established, backed by Volvo, based out of Sweden. Their first model, the Polestar 1, was a hybrid performance car, which they now describe as a collector's item. £140,000 it sold for in the UK, and I believe they're now winding down production of that one. The second model, the Polestar 2, cost £40,000 or just over, so much more affordable. It is all electric, that one, and sold very well in Sweden, Norway, the UK, and just generally well across Europe. Now, when I say well, they've actually only averaged about 1,400 vehicle sales a month across Europe, so we're not talking about Tesla volume, but of course, these figures don't actually include some of their big markets that they also operate in, like China, Canada, and the US as well, and they're actually a few months out of date now. So it's clear to me, though, that they're making good progress and they're certainly making a lot of noise. I'm from the UK and Polestar is advertising a lot here. I'm certainly more aware of this brand than I should be, considering I haven't actually been in the market for an EV. Despite what look like pretty minuscule numbers when compared to Tesla, the reviews for Polestar are actually pretty solid. It sounds like the build quality is pretty good, as you might expect from the Swedish, and the vehicle performs well, which is all very promising for a first attempt at pure electric. This gives me a lot of confidence that we will see those numbers bump up and increase as we move forward, as the brand starts to get a little bit more traction and they will start to seize more market share. As you might expect, on the horizon, you guessed it, the Polestar 3. There aren't many details at the moment surrounding the design and the new look of this one, but it's going to be an SUV with a range of 435 miles, and it's going to be a direct competitor to the Tesla Model X and the Jaguar I-Pace. It's also planned that the Polestar 3 will be manufactured in the US, ready to be sold into the US market. To do this, Polestar will utilize Volvo's South Carolina production facility. Remember, Volvo aren't the biggest manufacturer in the US, but they do shift about or over 100,000 vehicles there each year, so they have that infrastructure in place. That sounds like a positive move to me. It shows that they see the US market as an important market to them, but it's also going to have a positive impact on the price of the Polestar 3 in the US market as it becomes a home market rather than an import market. So the pricing is going to be a lot more competitive. So really what we have here is an EV player who have a track record with 2 vehicles already being sold across the world and a 3rd vehicle on the way. They're already in 10 markets, including the US, China, Germany, the UK, Canada, and Europe. They're backed by an established legacy automaker with access to all its facilities and know-how, and we know that it's making a firm commitment to not just sell into the US market, but manufacture in the US market, which is the world's 2nd largest EV market. Of course, like all merger rumours, everything should be taken with a pinch of salt until confirmed by the officials involved, but if this does materialise, and if a valuation of 25 billion for Polestar does come to lie, then this is one that I'll certainly be looking at in a bit more detail. Remember, it was only a few months ago that Lucid Motors was valued north of 50 or 60 billion dollars without ever having delivered a vehicle, and as far as I'm aware, they still actually haven't. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one today, not at this stage, it's just a rumour, but it's definitely one that I myself will be adding to the watch list and keeping a close eye on as things progress. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, guys. What do you know about Polestar and GGPI? Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next time.